Hello, civil service aspirants. First of all, sorry the video is coming a little bit late because of bad health. But from today, this is our next series from the previous video. In earlier video, we have covered the initial phase of geological time was known as the Precambrian era. Now, in this video, we will try to discuss on Paleozoic era, which was the second phase of geological timeline of Earth. In previous videos, we understood that in the last phase of Precambrian era, the life gradually started coming up on the planet, including our atmospheric layers were also filled. Now, in this Paleozoic era, we will try to look at some aspects that which have evolved in this planet in during this period of time. Especially when we talk about Paleozoic era, it is a second geological time scale of Earth, which is between 541 to 252 million years. All right. Now, somehow it has managed to create some vertebrates, invertebrate life forms on this planet Earth, as you can see the background of this. Now, during this Paleozoic era was particularly happened in the before dinosaurs time. Before dinosaurs time, during this period, this particular time is divided into six different periods. All right, six different periods. We will also learn. Every aspirant of civil service has to learn about the six sequential different periods of this Paleozoic era because some very milestone changes has occurred during this period of time. I will also mention which period is important for civil services. Okay, now this is a area or image which is representing what has happened during the Paleozoic conditions. All right, this particular region. Now we will talk in detail about it. Now, six periods who have divided in this Paleozoic era is initial period of the division of Paleozoic era is Cambrian. This Cambrian period was 541 to 485 million years ago because in during this time the land animals like especially the water animals like who doesn't have backbone, they started growing underwater, and during this time there was no evidences of Pangea. This era or this period was prehistoric than the Pangea that was actually declared by Alfred Wegener in continental drift theory. So we are not going into that. We are just learning what was the condition in prehistoric condition of before Pangea was assembled, right? So during this time, the small life organisms were developed underwater without backbone. Gradually, in upcoming periods, they are going to generate more. Like Ordovician is the next period, which is 485 to 443 million years ago. This is also the time of vertebrates and invertebrates coming up on the land. Apart from this, then we have Silurian. Silurian uh, era or period was significant because during that time, some life form who was evolved, they are still existing on this planet Earth. Now, if we consider that the life form who developed evolved during Silurian period of Paleozoic era and found till now, that means they have adopted and evolved a lot with the changing climate pattern and temperature pattern of this planet Earth, and long lasting that much millions and billions of years on the planet Earth is not a very simple evolution. It is a great evolution. And one of the example of still found species who were developed during Silurian period was cockroach. Cockroaches are considered one of the most primitive life forms that evolved during Paleozoic era at that time. All right, so Silurian is known for those prehistoric creatures who are still found today. Next is Devonian. Devonian was just an upgradation of life form. Ferns and different kind of fungus got converted into many type of big trees and ferns. All right, so Devonian was also, you can say, it was not so much important for the civil services, but you shall remember the sequence of the name. Now, the point is 416 to 359 million years ago. So you just remember the year of the Devonian period. All right. After that, Carboniferous starts. Remember, the geologists have kept this name Carboniferous due to something really important happened on the planet Earth. This was the first time when carbon or carbonification of many fossils happened on this planet, and they started converting into carbons. That is why this entire period of Paleozoic era named as Carboniferous period. This Carboniferous period was existing from 359 to 299 million years ago. Now, today we are taking advantage of this Carboniferous period carbonification. How? Today, most of the world, and since globalization happened in the planet, we were totally dependent on fossil fuel. Now, coal is one of the most important fossil fuel at present. India, in fact, 82% electricity is coming from coal. So, coal is just a very important fossil fuel, you can say black diamond. Okay. Now, this coal was first found and deposited during this period, and initially they were mostly found in western parts of the modern day world, like United Kingdom, European Union, America, South America. Those belts in the modern time were first who have consisted this carbonification on our planet, not even India or Asian any reason. So during this Carboniferous period, whatever carbon which has deposited during that time, today they became the most valuable coal in the international market. We call them anthracite type of coal. Okay, so anthracite type of coal is more valuable because the carbon availability in this particular type of coal is highest. All right, so the value of the coal is also very high, and America take advantage of this natural gift to the western side, including European Union. So right after, so we understood as a civil services aspirant, you shall remember the Carboniferous period because it is known for the modern times economic wealth. Second is last part of the Paleozoic era is Permian. Permian period is known for the carbon deposition happened in Asia, especially in India. Today in India, Jharkhand and some western borders of West Bengal, including northern borders of Chhattisgarh, are considered to be the capital of coal deposit. Next is and last is Permian period of Paleozoic era. This particular period is also known for carbon deposits, but not in the western part because we already heard western parts were already filled with carbons in Carboniferous period. So they are anthracite coal. Now, what coal has deposited in Permian period was especially in Asia. Now, if I talk about our country, that is India, the eastern corner of India was blessed with the coal deposits during Permian period. That is especially in the modern times Jharkhand, the western borders of West Bengal, and the northern borders of Chhattisgarh. These belts have like deposited with the coal. This coal of Permian period is modern times is a blessing to some of the greatest energy production companies like NTPC, who is producing 82% electricity only by using coal coming from Jharkhand. All right. So actually, this coal plays an important role during this particular era. So I hope the aspirants might have understood the real what you shall remember during this Paleozoic period, that Carboniferous period and Permian. A very factual pattern of Permian is 299 to 251 million years ago. Right after Permian, another era will start. All right. So this was a very basic points which we all shall remember about the Paleozoic era. Now, during other parts where if you can focus according to the life, then emergence of tribal fish and amphibians took place during this era. Development of early land plants, there were as I already said in my like a little bit back that ferns and plants started developing on this during this era. So and diversification of marine life started. There were so many different types of marine life started growing during this period. All right. Now, when we talk about significant events of Paleozoic era, so I have already mentioned some, but additional information which you can also point it out is number one, Cambrian explosion. That is, there were some volcanic eruptions continuously happened. Formations of the Appalachian Mountains. Appalachian Mountains. Those who are my friends preparing for UPSC, they must have known for Appalachian Mountains, who are found in you know American belts and European regions. These are considered to be the one of the oldest mountains in the world. Right now, next is assembly of supercontinent Pangaea. During this end period of Paleozoic era, we found that Pangaea started assembled. Now, all the continent landforms, they started gathering in one place and formed a super gigantic like landmass called Pangaea. Right? So Pangaea was also framed during this time. So who are finding difficulty in geomorphology during the time scale, you can connect with that. All right. Pangaea, they will study ultimately in Alfred Wegener's theory of continental drift theory. Right. Permian Jurassic extinction event. Permian Jurassic meaning there were some extinction. At least till now, 5 extinction episode has happened on this planet. All right. Now, this was one kind of extinction. This question was again asked in prelims of UPSC, that how many extinctions has happened on this planet, and right now what kind of extinction is going on. So with the last point, I would like to explain this to you, all the aspirants. Like, this is the 6th episode of extinction going on. It's not done yet. We call it anthropogenic extinction, which is right now is happening, right? But already 5 extinction episode has gone on the planet Earth. All right. Now, this was the phase of during that time that 6 major continents, Gondwana, Laurasia, Baltica, Siberia, Kazakhstan, and China continents collided and merged together. And together they formed one Pangaea. They were coming close to each other and they started forming one supercontinent. Okay. So this was a very gentle idea of the Paleozoic era. The my friends aspirants, they should not take too much tension about what shall be remembered during these geological times, who are preparing UPSC or state level exam, civil services. Okay, this much information for you in terms of geological time scale will be enough. In next video, we will come the next third video, third series, that is the next era. We will talk about Mesozoic and Cenozoic era. With that, we will be completing our geological time scale. Right after that, we will jump into the geomorphology of Earth and we will start with the continental drift theory. Till then, with this video, I hope you will find some important points to note down. Thank you very much. Keep watching.